Lyran Wars and Humanity's Genetic Origins. It may be hard to fathom that in this moment in the metaphysical realms we are reliving the seed of the first wars of the Antichrist that began in Lyra. This takes us into our true galactic history, where this war further spread into the Orion constellation, when divine humans were seated upon our first home world, 5D Tara. There were those that were so terrorized by the pure eternal light of the forces of love we carried in our crystal heart, that in fear they tried to eliminate us from ever incarnating again into this universe. We are again at that same juncture in time where we have to make a decision moving forward into the next cycle of evolution, to learn from and move beyond our past history. We must call upon our true humanity, the power of our eternal sacred crystal hearts, and put all of our best efforts upon the altar of serving humanity, God and Spirit. We stand at the precipice of great transformation and positive change, in the possibility of making choices that integrate great forces of spiritual healing, health and harmony into our world, in order to end the great galactic war cycles that began in Lyra, from continually repeating the same destructive events of human genocidal agendas and planetary cataclysms, once and for all. During these critical events happening on the Earth now that have opened access into previous timelines, we are going back in time to observe humanity's original seeding and genetic ascendancy that is sourced directly from the cradle of Lyra and the Lyrans. Through trans-time connection, if we can do our part to stay out of fear and continually choose love and peace, we can create a link through time in which our present timeline can phase lock into the future timeline of the Christos realignment, where spiritual freedom and human freedom have already manifested. These destructive events of human genocidal campaigns and Holocaust, which have haunted our race for millions of years in the galactic history, will lose their power over our future destiny and will cease to manifest in this present time. Lyran Avatar Matrix. The fourth harmonic universe is the avatar matrix that includes the cradle of Lyra, and the histories of invasion which led to the fall of Lyra. For human beings, these consciousness bodies exist throughout the densities and are aspects of the higher self and light body. These aspects are called the stations of identity. In the fourth harmonic universe in 10D, 11D, 12D exists the three layers of the Christos avatar matrix. In the fourth harmonic universe in 10D, 11D, 12D, the future Earth blueprint in its crystalline form in the exists the three layers of the Ara Matena, or Aurora Earth matrix. Seed of Antichrist conflict. The Lyran Wars are the very first seed of Antichrist conflict recorded in the universal time matrix, in which the black hole entities intended to conquer the entire Milky Way system. This resulted in the first galactic war, intended as a rebellion over the Lyran's creation of the 12D Christos template human seedings that first began on planet Tara. This is the original timeline in the Solar Logos Avatar Matrix, where the first electronic wars and time rips were used as a genocidal campaign for committing the first Christos human holocaust, when the neighboring black hole entities attacked the royal houses and destroyed the Lyran gates in order to sever the Milky Way matrix from its mother universe, Andromeda. The aftermath of the destruction caused by the Lyran Wars resulted in the Milky Way time matrix digressing into a fallen universe, in which these original Lyran-coded fragments were used to form the Phantom Matrix and the Base 10 artificial tree of life, that essentially became the new home for the invading forces of the negative alien agenda. After the destruction of the Lyran 12th Stargate and Lyra Ara Matena, the Emerald Order Lyran Elohim feline races were appointed to serve as the primary universal security team to repair the timeline architecture, but also to carry out the reclamation of the Christos mission and assist the many other fallen races in order to be able to continue a path of evolution to ascension. These fallen races have been partially or fully assimilated into AI programs, black hole technology that was historically used both as a technological weapon to enslave other living matrices, and to pull them into phantom matrices where those captured would be consumed and eaten. The point of AI, infection of this black hole technology ripping holes into our matrix and infecting our system began during the Lyran Wars, which was also intended to stop the seeding of Founder and Christos races. The first lineages of the main original Lyran Elohim feline humanoid races were also called the Anuhazi of the Emerald Order. The Anuhazi embodied as the liquid light biological forms of the original Christos races in this universe existing in the solar logos fields of Lyra Aram Matena, and are the founder emanations that embodied the architecture of the cosmic sovereign law of one, which includes the ancient builder templates of God Creator Code. The Lyran Elohim felines were supervising the Syrians to host the seeding of 12-strand DNA genetics on the 5D planet Tara for Christos race embodiment. After the fall of Tara, the Anuhazi downstepped themselves into the lower dimensions through the Azarites and Oraphim 2448 DNA strand template to create the interdimensional free world councils. This was to protect and embody in the universal Stargate locations to repair AI damage, and to reassemble and protect the royal house of Lyra's original genetic library, which was the source code design for Christos forms. The royal houses of Lyra. The trinity of the Emerald Order, Gold Order and Amethyst Order incarnations that were seated in the fourth harmonic universe in the Lyran matrix are known as the royal houses. AI, infection, reversal polarity. During the Lyran Wars, the destruction created rips and tears in the fabric of space-time, generating severe damage in the time matrix, which further resulted in an unnatural black hole system, which appears to have made our fallen time matrix easily susceptible to this mass AI infection. The unnatural black hole was exploited by the negative alien agenda to build their artificial realities into the Phantom Matrix, an AI system that siphons energy from living things. The Phantom Matrix is set to run on reversed polarity currents fed through the victim-victimizer polarity software, which then mutated itself into several dimensional layers of AI programming. The infection began at the point of the Lyran Gate destruction and with the solar logo's body fragmenting its consciousness into the lower particle dimensions, while this AI infection of the victim-victimizer software was put in each dimensional layer as a Trojan horse that would generate extreme polarity reversal and gender splitting in each of the downstepped spectrums of frequency. Reversal polarity currents were designed to stop polarity integration and eliminate tri-wave manifestation, which is required for these parasitic entities' survival. They also use reversal polarity current to run their alien machinery, artificial timelines and advanced technologies for psychotronic warfare that are used against those they intend to capture. This brings us to their foremost AI, mind control weapon of choice. The mutation in consciousness that occurred from the original AI infection inserted during the Lyran Wars, which brought on the infamous victim-victimizer programming. The victim-victimizer software was very effective in generating polarity reversal current and creating consciousness slaves that could be controlled for the purpose of harvesting loosh for the negative alien agenda groups. Mutated polarity consciousness, victim-victimizer. The goal of the invading entities which brought on the Lyran Wars, was to destroy access between the Universal Gates, Lyran Gates and Andromeda, to prevent any metaterrestrial founder races from gaining access into the Milky Way system, and preventing the future seedings and incarnations of the Christos founder race's DNA. But soon the Lyran Wars spread to the constellation of Orion and through the metagalactic core, where it became a war with those who wanted to dominate others in this system based upon the victim-victimizer fear-based mindsets. This can also be called archetypal enemy patterning. Entities with the service to self ideology were attempting to enslave or eliminate those who followed the law of one, with the ideology of service to others that held love-based mindsets.